Okay. Good morning, challengers of LIIFT4. I'm super excited. Let me turn this phone off. We are going to get ready to head into our prep call. So if you are on, thank you so much for being here and taking time out of your morning. I know it's early. I know it's Saturday, but this means you are committed to your goals, and this is going to help you reach your full success over the next 8 weeks. This is an exclusive launch, which means there's only been a handful of people who have done this program with Joel. We are going to be the first set of challengers who are going through this, getting in our transformation, sharing each step of the way. And whenever we have launches like this, let me go ahead and, I guess I should have said to have everybody mute on there. Whenever we've had launches like this in the past, we have found that these groups have created so much momentum and excitement, support, that it really helps to come together and get results that we are after as a unit. The programs will only open up each week as we go through this. So you can't, it's almost like we want to be involved, you want to get on board, you don't want to get behind, and I'm going to talk about that if you do. And coming into this with the mindset that this program was created for you to not be completely just involved and engulfed in your health and your fitness, but to give you some flexibility around your lifestyle, which is the part that I love the most. You're still able to enjoy your life while getting amazing results. I know firsthand what this can do for you and keep you in the game, keep you motivated. And when we all have busy summers, we all have busy lives, we all want that, that cheat meal just to give us some satisfaction for the week for our hard work. It helps to keep us in the zone of maintaining a lifestyle. Right now, 80% of our population is overweight or obese. Right now, our society is struggling with severe depression, anxiety. We are living sedentary lifestyles where we're not getting out. We don't always have the energy to run around with our children, to go for even a walk. We're completely checked out, that we're finding ourselves being invested into things that are not helping us to actually grow. So right now, if this lifestyle is something that's not something that you do all the time, this is a new habit, this is going to be a little bit of work of getting you out of your comfort zone. The good news is it's 4 days a week, 4 days where Joel is going to push you to the extreme, and then he's going to give you 3 rest days, which are going to be so incredibly important to your growth, and we'll talk about that more. But for now, this is where I want to see us going, of getting prepared, getting us pumped, getting us ready, making sure that we feel empowered right now with the education that this has become in this program. My job as a coach is to not give you every little bit of details. This is not my job to give you exactly what you're going to eat every single day. Will you get results? Absolutely. But this is going to be where we are going to give you the tools, the same tools that we use, and we are going to help you to learn to fall in love with this lifestyle, which a lot of you have already started to do. So right now, I want you to think about if you've ever started a program before. Maybe it was something like Jenny Craig or Weight Watchers or a fad diet, something out of desperation. Why do you want to change your lifestyle right now? Why is this important to you? There's a chat box. If you are feeling brave, if you are feeling like super confident right now, I want to know right now. Go ahead in that chat box, and I want to know what are some of the problems right now that you can think of that you feel may get in your way. Go for it if you guys want to. I'll give you and I'll read some off of the chat. Anybody want to share? Okay. If not, go ahead and write those down. This is going to be me giving you one-on-one experience of how this lifestyle I got into. Okay. Danielle says, my hubby likes to eat out all the time. Okay, so being around those who are not about this lifestyle can really impede our growth, right? So this is where I need to know exactly, oh, you like wine a little too much. Okay, these are the things that you have to write down in your mind of how you are going to overcome these obstacles. For me, when I started my journey, it was the same thing. I worked a full-time job. I had 2 children. I didn't know how I was going to make it to the gym. I didn't even know how to cook. I didn't know how to follow a recipe. And I remember the frustration that it caused. But these were the things that I had to address that I knew were going to get in my way. And if you guys are hopping on, can you hit the mute audio for me just so that there's no interference on the call? Okay. All right. So in the past, if you've done programs like this, say you got really excited and you started it and you were getting momentum and you were going, I want to know what got in your mind that started impeding you from your growth from just starting it, finishing it, keeping going. What was it that got in your way that you can remember? Did you lose motivation? Was the workouts too long? Was the nutrition plan too hard to follow? Were you failing to prep? What are the things that got you off track? If anybody wants to share. Failing to prep. Okay. I was too strict on myself with nutrition, so I'm excited for a cheat day this time. I know that is going to be the best flexibility. All right. So failing to prep. Can you elaborate a little bit more of that? Was it taking the time? Was it not having ideas as far as recipes? What was it that failed you to prep, I guess is what I should say. Was it the time restriction? And then I'd buy stuff and then never make it. Okay, that is such a good point. We're going to talk about that. All right. Anybody else can relate to this? I'd buy the small stuff and then never make it. I'm also a small town girl, so I really shop just once a week. Okay. All right. And then Michelle, too strict for too long. Okay. Yes. All right. Okay. So this is where we are going to empower you. This is where we're going to come together. And if we admit the things that are getting in our way, we're going to help each other with ideas, thought process. If this is something that maybe you do really well with planning your meals, or you do really well with the nutrition plan, these are tips that you can offer to our group and add value and help to raise one another. Julia wrote, discipline, I plan and can execute for 4 days, then need to do again. Haven't figured out how to plan for a week at a time. Okay. Again, another thing, if anybody has suggestions on this, those would have families, or if you are only meal prepping for 2, these are going to be great tips that you can give in the group, and we'll talk a little bit more about that with each topic. All right, so let's get into the thick of this call, guys. I want to empower you right now and I want to paint a vision for what this group really, really means and how I want you to become students in this almost. You are taking control of your life. Again, 80% of America is overweight or obese. You are fighting an uphill battle when you are taking and incorporating this lifestyle change where maybe the rest of the world, which that percentage is pretty high, they're not at that commitment level that you are. Your why is going to be what propels you through this, no matter what. So I always think of those things. Why do I do this? What about it fulfills me? And how can I continue to learn? I learn best from you guys. I learn from your struggles. I learn through my own personal struggles. Whatever season of that I'm in my life, that's where I'm learning constantly. So the 3 things that are going to help you with all of this is, number 1, learn the skill. Learn the skill set with this. That lifestyle change is what we're talking about. And then practice the skill. The only way we're going to get consistent with this is to continue every single day to do this. We have 8 weeks together. That may seem like a long time, but in reality, that's 2 months. That is 6 weeks of build and 2 weeks to shred. That is, 4 days a week of going hard in workouts, but every single day, really focusing on the nutrition plan. And then the third part, which a lot of people don't realize, what's gonna help them the most, is teaching that skill. So when you guys are going through this and you start to find those aha moments of, oh my gosh, I have so much more energy. Oh my gosh, I never knew that I could feel this good being regulated with correct macros. I never knew that this community of other people who are struggling and sharing their struggles, their success, their wins, their progress, those are the things that are going to help you go through this. And that is just from personal experience of working with a lot of people, that the ones who succeed are the ones who commit to this and they show up every single day. Whether it's a good day or whether it's a bad day, they show up and they continue to try. So the outcomes of these steps that you guys may be looking for, you want to go ahead and write again in the chat box, please do that. But what is it that you want in 8 weeks? Where do you see yourself now that you're not happy with, or that you're excited about at the end of the race, at that 8-week mark? What do you want to feel like? What do you want to see? What is going to give you the motivation to show up every single day, like I said, to push forward in that 8 weeks? So if you want to go ahead and put in the chat box, go ahead. I'll share mine. Mine is to build lean muscle. I've been doing 2 rounds of 40 to 60-minute workouts 6 days a week since January. I'm tired. I am tired. I've probably missed 3 workouts since then, if you want to include my rest day. So now my focus is going to be on more about balance, enjoying my life, which is, again, what speaks to me at this program, and start to really get some muscle gains, which means I'm going to be eating a lot, which is what I'm used to. So that's mine. What's yours? All right. Let's see. Danielle, I'm hoping to lose about 5 pounds and take off some of my midsection. That's a great goal. Fat loss, muscle build, balanced life, continue this journey with my dad. He is the best challenger ever, Court. Yes. Julia, I want to see the scale moving down. I want to have more energy and make this a lifestyle. 4 days a week is more manageable than 6. Awesome, yes. Naisha, losing the last 10 pounds and building some muscle, and yes, more midsection. My huge weakness. I know that midsection, it takes a lot of work. Hey, Joseph, I need to get rid of this beer guy. I know you meant gut though, right? So yeah, I am super excited too, guys. If you are wanting your significant other to get on board, and again, this is another reason that my husband, Bo, is committing to this challenge. And if you didn't see him, he is in the group, and he is going to take this very serious as a challenger. So if you are somebody who is like, oh my gosh, I don't want to do this. This is a huge commitment. That is my husband. And I'm really excited that he's doing this as well. Okay, so let's go ahead and jump into this. Michelle, build muscle, eat more and focus, more intuitive eating versus time nutrition because it takes so much time. Yes. Jess wrote, balance life, tone up and build muscle, see what my body can do with this program so I can really get other people on board as well. Yes, 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 yes. So each program and each trainer is completely different. It's a different experience. So right now, hashtag LIIFT4 is the running mantra for Joel. He really takes it from an old school approach in his training methods, which basically you may, if you see something in the program, like say a squat, and you're like, okay, well, I don't usually do squats like this. This isn't how we did this in this other program. I want you guys to come in with an open mind that he comes from old school training. So this is something that he has developed, that he's worked on for the last 2 years, and he knows what he's doing. I'm going to be sharing a lot of his information, but he wanted this to be simple, 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 simple. So as we get started with the nutrition plan, it's going to be simple, right? So go into your program materials. If you haven't already done this, this is where you need to get your tools and your resources. This is where I personally printed out my workout schedule, okay? The workout calendar. All of the guides. I'm going to go through this. Bo and I are going to go step by step with our before and after pictures. Guys, telling you, please do those before and after pictures. You may not like them. You may not want to do them. Have somebody take the picture for you. Make sure it's a well-lighted area. Make sure you can see your face. Make sure that you can see your abs. So guys, no shirts. Bo's doing the same thing. Girls, sports bra, use that for you. A lot of times you will not see a whole lot of progress if you're building muscle on the scale. We went through this already with 80-day obsession. I'm going to need you to trust the process with this and trust me that sometimes those pictures and measurements are going to help you to see results long-term versus what the scale says. The scale is sometimes very deceiving, okay? And everybody's going to lose or have progress in different areas. This is going to be your race. So when we get into this group, do not compare your progress to somebody else's progress. We all are at different stages, okay? And we're all going to transform just a little bit different. We saw it in the 80-day obsession group. We continue to see it. And it's not to be a measurement to get you down. Only you know what you do every single day. The nutrition piece is 80% of your results. That's the hardest piece for a lot of people. That's going to be where your results are coming from. Measurements, if you guys head to Walmart in the craft section, you can find just the quick measuring tape, the flexible ones. Get those as well. I'm going to be doing those because I'm looking to gain muscle. My little scrawny arms need some muscle growth. So I am looking to gain, not lose. And I know that I'm going to have to do that with measurements. He's going to go over the workouts, your program materials, and then we're going to get to the step where you guys are going to look at which program or plan is going to fit your needs. So right here. So your measurement trackers, we measure on week 1, week 4, week 8 for measurements. Okay. All right. So let's talk about this. Simplistic. Get on the scale. What's your weight? And that's going to be your plan. Now, if you are someone like me who is looking to gain muscle mass, or maybe you do have those pesky 5 to 10, I would say 5 to 7, 5 to 10 pounds to lose. If you guys have already been eating in a specific plan right now, can you please share which plan? Were you eating in weight loss or were you eating in maintenance already? And what have you been doing now? Okay, so Danielle, when I did this before, I was always in plan A, okay? And when you did plan A, did you feel hungry at all? Okay, now usually right now I'm on the cusp of A and B. I'm around 170, okay? All right. Perfect. Okay, so I'm just going to use Danielle as an example. Somebody like me, okay, I'll be honest with you, I'm 135 pounds. I am the smallest I've been since before I had kids. So right now, if I look at where I fall into that, I would be in plan A. I'm looking at plan A right now with the way that I work out and my level of activity with my boys and just constantly on the go, I would not be able to handle plan A. I know that about myself. I am actually going to be bumping up into 2 brackets, which would put me in plan C, which even now looking at that, I'm going to trial that for 2 weeks. When you guys pick your plans, if you're in it for the weight loss or if you're in it for the maintenance, be sure to note that you're going to give yourself at least a week or 2 to really try it out. If you're eating all of your containers, if you're drinking half of your body weight in water in ounces, if you're doing those things, if you have good energy but you still feel hungry, you may consider going up a bracket or 2. There's a huge controversy around that, but everybody needs to start just listening to their bodies. If you've done the 2B mindset, you probably have found out that a lot of us don't drink enough water, okay? those are the things that you need to be mindful of as we go through this. But follow the plan, pick what it is. Do I want weight loss or do I want maintenance? What do I need to determine that? I always say 5 to 10 pounds, if you have that. If you build lean muscle, which is going to take nutrition, it's going to burn the fat for you, okay? Other people might say, well, I want to lose the weight first and then build, lean muscle, whatever. I did that too. And like I said, plan A just never was enough food for me. And that was doing everything by the book. So for me, it's always been maintenance is where I lose my weight. But I also go hard in my workouts. Anybody who's worked out with me, you guys know I am an athlete at heart. I'm a beast. I go full throttle. I don't play around. So if I was maybe just, not pushing myself as much or, modifying like I used to do in the past, maybe plan B might work for me. But right now, plan C is where I'm going to be at, and that's going to be maintenance to tone up, okay? And to gain muscle. I may actually gain weight. All right, let's see. Let's see. Sue says I'm consistent in plan C for maybe session. Plan B scares me. I know. But what's the goal? Is the goal to lose weight or to maintain, Sue? Julia, weight loss. I still feel like it's a lot of food. Plan D is hard to get in all the containers. Do men in the same bracket eat the same amount as a woman? Yes. If they are trying to build muscle. So Joseph, for example, we went over his meal plan. He's actually going to bump up 2 brackets. He was thinking either 1 or 2 because he is trying to gain muscle mass. But for him, he also plays soccer. He's also busy. So he's also doing a lot of other strenuous exercise. So he will be bumping up. Otherwise, it will be the same whether a man or a woman for these brackets. But it depends on the goal, Julia. So weight loss, I know it's going to be hard. And we're going to talk about how to get these containers in. All right. It says I'm supposed to be in plan A, but I've been hungry and lingering a headache all week long. 80-day was a lot more food, and I felt good. Okay, Naisha, so try it out if you've already tried the prep week this week, maybe bump up 1 bracket, because if you're trying to lose that, the weight that you have set, go ahead and bump up a bracket and see if that helps you. Michelle, I float from B and C. Michelle is awesome when it comes to following a plan. She always has done really, really well with that. So she's a tiny girl too. So I would really hope you're not in weight loss and hope you're doing maintenance. Okay. That makes me feel better. Yes. And so Joseph's going to start at D. Okay. So look at this, guys. Now we're going to talk about how in the world am I going to get all these containers in? This is the place where in the past, I would give my challengers meal plans every single week. I used to write out meal plans every single week for some of my challengers. And do you guys know what I was finding? I was finding that when I give people every bit of information that they need, yes, they're going to lose the weight. They're going to be successful. If I had somebody writing a plan for me every single day and all I had to do was just follow it and plug it into my grocery list, absolutely, would I get results and success? But as a coach, it is my job, it is my responsibility to teach you guys how to make this a long-term lifestyle. The only way I'm going to be able to do that is to empower you with the same tools that I use, the same things that I have learned. I am doing you a disservice by writing meal plans for people every single week. You will get my meal plan every single week. It's going to be pretty boring. I like routine. I'm good with that. I like energy. I know that if I eat a taco salad like I did yesterday, it crashed me. I took a 4-hour nap from a taco salad. My body does not do well with an excessive amount of carbs at one time because I have regulated for so long. I want you to learn your bodies. I want you to know what it's going to take to get disciplined. So, great example, Courtney, what's her last name now? Stanford or Blackburn. I can't remember she got married. I think it's Stanford. Sorry, Courtney, if you're on. She did an amazing job of writing down, if you guys saw, on a piece of notebook paper. She was already just starting to plan out what it was that she wanted her containers. And I love that because that means she is going to be set up for success versus somebody who doesn't. I have coaches that have been with me for 3 or 4 years who have never wrote their own meal plans. And I'm like, this is my fault. It's like a mom's like, how did this happen? It's because I keep enabling and I'm not empowering you guys. So what I want you to do, you're going to find resources in the file section of our group from Bianca and I, but I want you to sit down and I want you to get clear on your goal. This overwhelmed me when the 21-day fix containers came out. I was like, I don't know about these little rainbow containers. This is not fun. I don't like any of this. I know what I need to eat. I'm very good at, I did 2 years of clean eating and taking the weight off. I don't need these little tools. Don't need them. No. Don't do that. Don't follow my old mindset. My new mindset, I followed the plan to a T with the ultimate reset. I did it with 80-day obsession. I followed my macro counting to a T. And guess what I found? I had energy. I had fuel. I could power through my workouts. I was losing weight. I was feeling good. And I knew that if I cheated, which I did a couple times, how I would feel. And I needed to find that for myself because I know how to feel good and I know how to feel really bad. And you're going to find out too. You're going to know when you're dehydrated. You're going to know when you're going to need some more water. You're going to know, am I hungry or am I bored? You're going to start zapping those habits. So right now, I'm going to look at my plan. And I am in plan C. So we're going to take this step by step. Very super easy. You guys ready? Breakfast, snack, lunch, snack, dinner, okay? Cute little, let's see, BSLSD, okay? That's 5. No, 6. Sorry, 6. All right, 6 times that I eat. Sometimes I'll collaborate it and when I was doing time nutrition, it was a little tricky, but right now I have a little bit more flexibility, which is great. I always say within an hour of waking up to have a meal. Now, I know some of you, eating in the morning is not your jam, okay? But we got to figure out a good time for you. So some people may wake up, they may hang out with their morning, they may not eat until 9. That's fine. If that works for your body and your metabolism, roll with it. He says it's flexible, so I'm trusting him. But for me, I always have something within an hour of waking up. So what am I having right now? I'm having my shake. So I'm going to look right now for breakfast. I get, let's see, 5 reds, which is 5 proteins. So for breakfast, my Shakeology counts as a red. My Shakeology is going to be the easiest meal to plug into your day. For me, I like to get dense nutrition, my vitamins, my protein. The Shakeology is not just a protein shake. It is filled with essential vitamins, minerals, all of that to really just make you feel good and start to get you regulated. If you guys need help with recipes on that, we'll plug some in the file section to help you. But that's an easy. So right now I would write red container, Shake-O. And then I look at, okay, what is a hard container? A lot of people have a hard time with their vegetables. Spinach in your shake, blend it up. You cannot even taste the spinach. It's literally like a freebie. Pack it in. Make sure you can get the lid on right there. I'm going to have that in my shake, spinach, so that's going to count as a green. I'm going to write the amount of containers at the top, and I'm just going to start slashing them, of getting in the macronutrients that I need and blending it up. The next one I get 3 purples, so I like a banana in my shake. I am obsessed with my bananas in my shake, so half a banana equals 1 purple. Okay? Now my carbs, I get 4 carbs a day, so usually right now in this shake is oatmeal. Okay, which counts as a yellow. If the oatmeal is not cooked, guys, you will use 1/4, which is a blue container, to count as your yellow. Does that make sense? If the oatmeal is cooked, fill the container so that you can close it, goes in. Okay, so then I have a yellow in there, and then a purple for my breakfast. And then my oils and nuts and butter, I use natural PB, which is my teaspoon. Okay, that's my quick 2 breakfast for so long. During the winter when it was cold and I didn't really want to shake, I would do, 2 eggs with a slice of wheat toast with peanut butter. And so you'll start to find things that you like. But right now I keep it simple. I'm used to it. My body likes it. My body's ready. So I just banged out a red, a green, a yellow, a purple, and a teaspoon right there. If you are somebody who's on a larger, let's say you're on plan E, You could do maybe 2 things of spinach just to hide the taste in your shake. So if you think it's a lot of food, think of ways that you can get around. And your Shakeology is the easiest meal to plug in other nutrients, blend it up, and there you go. You have one meal, and you're gonna feel good, right? All right. The next thing that I do is I think of how can I plan the rest of my protein around my day. And whether I'm eating out or if I'm at home or if I'm on vacation even, this is the beauty of this plan. So if I'm getting 5 reds a day, I'm going to think I need a protein at breakfast, I need a protein at lunch, and I need a protein at dinner. And then after my workouts, wherever meal that falls into, I could plug in a protein for my snacks since I get 5, or I could add an extra protein onto my plate. So a lot of you will see that I do 2 eggs with 4 slices of turkey bacon. Everybody used to be like, holy cow, Kristen, how much food are you eating? Because I plan my meals around, honestly, I plan them around my protein. So if I'm in the mood, maybe for lunch, I'm going to have a salad with tons of veggies and a good, protein, salmon, things like that. For my snacks, I'll do hard-boiled eggs, cottage cheese, Greek yogurt. I'm just trying to think of some things that I love and I eat. What I did when I started is I went through the approved food list and I said, okay, what things do I like? I also was a vegetarian for 2 years, so I know what it's like to be on the other end of having a really hard time finding protein because tofu is disgusting and it didn't work for me. But finding your protein sources. So right now, can you guys think during your day, plan around your protein? It is my #1 rule. It will save you so much time. How can I plan around this little guy and plugging it in? What does that look like? Take your pen right now, write those food groups down. If you need help, go to your approved food list and just start highlighting what are the things that we would like for dinner? What are we going to do? So we have Taco Tuesday. I can make my own Taco Tuesday around my containers versus my kids. Same thing with burger night. We'll have spaghetti night. You guys can do whole wheat pasta cooked as your carb. You can do half a container of your purple as your sauce, your spaghetti sauce. I mean, there's so much flexibility. You guys are already pretty much eating the way that this is designed. It's just portioning out your macros. Macro counting, if you hear it, that's what we're doing. Homemade tortilla chips are the bomb for taco night. Yes. And then Sue, I love boring meal plans. It's how I've got to where I am today. And I would say they're not really boring. They're just routine and consistent. Where a lot of people, if you're not on a routine, it's like, oh, what do I feel like having today? Let's order Mexican, everybody. It's lunchtime. We're hungry. It crashed me. It wasn't, I forgot my meals. I was not planning. I went through my day and I wasted 6 hours of my day yesterday sleeping when I shouldn't have because of carb overload. It's just, it wasn't worth it to me and I won't do it again. All right. We're going through this 3 fruits, proteins, carbs 4 times a day for me. I'm going to plan my carbs in the morning, before my workout, after my workout, whatever meals fall into that, whatever time I work out. And then also I probably will do a carb at dinner, but my carbs of choice are the brown rice in a bag. I do sweet potatoes. I do oatmeal, whole wheat wraps, whole wheat bread, whole wheat anything, multigrain bread. I really just stick with that. If you guys have a gluten allergy or a wheat allergy, stick to the carbs that are gonna, make you feel good almost. Try different ones. If you're somebody that's like, I don't really like brown rice, just try it. See if you can find the enjoyment in the food and having and making the meal. And then fill these up and you just start plating it. Healthy fats, blue containers. This is going to be your avocado. For me, it was always 2 cheese sticks. I love the cheese sticks with 80-Day Obsession. I don't know if I'm going to love them this time. You can do hummus. This is a lot of hummus to fill in these containers, but that's another great way. If you need to get vegetables in, you could maybe do like a huge hummus plate with cucumbers and celeries and carrots. Fill 2 of these up with this, and that could be a great snack that you could make. Okay? And then seasoned dressings, if you have a salad maybe for lunch, this is going to be the container used for your dressing. This is also going to be where I always forgot about the orange container, guys. He always got left behind. So I buy raw pumpkin seeds, and at the end of the night, if I'm like, ah, crap, that stupid orange container, I will actually just fill this up and just shoot the pumpkin seeds. And I'm like, okay, I got that macro in, you know, which is great with this because it's more flexible versus the Time Nutrition. Pumpkin seeds are life. See, everybody forgets the orange. Why did we forget the orange? And then Sue, thank you so much for putting the garlic. I totally forgot. You guys, if you go to Mrs. Dash, her salt-free seasonings, you can use that on all of your protein. Bo and I are going to see us. We are going to use the grill. I love summertime because we can plan our meals around our protein. We can grill it. We can have it ready. We can have it in bulk for our family. We can, you know, spruce up some vegetables, our carbs. We keep it very simple and consistent. You can do a whole pan of roasted vegetables, sweet potatoes in one kumbaya, put in the oven, and you're done. It just is going to take a little bit of work. And once, you know, I remember my meal plans and preps used to take like 4 hours. Michelle and I, when we did 88 Obsession, I forget how long did we spend? We spent like 5 hours from shopping to planning, and she kept it super simple. And I was like, okay, I'm going to keep it simple. So Monday and Tuesday, I want it to be the same plan, whatever you pick. Okay? Monday and Tuesday, keep it the same. And then Wednesday, Thursday, switch it up with a new plan. So go in sets of 2. Okay? If you have to eat the same thing for 2 days until you get the hang of this, until you're like, okay, now I know my routine, I know what I need for the day. I'm going to switch it up. I'm going to try a different carb. I'm going to try a different protein. I'm going to try a different fruit. That is what helped me. I kept it small, and I would go. So prep for 2 days, prep for 2 days. Keep going. You fun personalities where you're like, woohoo, I'm going to try this recipe and this recipe and this recipe, and you're like scrolling, you're like, but that recipe looks good. You're getting off track. Keep it simple for your brain. Try it for 2 days, switch out the macro counts, and you're going to get to a level of confidence where you're like, well, dang, I'm going to have this Eggs Benedict right here because it's my breakfast time, and this is when I know I have a yellow, a protein, a green, and I'm going to be good, and I'm going to switch it out. So this is going to be the skeleton crew for you to get going. Plan it out. Prep today, write it out with pen. It's going to help you. It's going to stick in your brain. It is like scientifically proven that when we write things, we retain it more so than just looking at it and glancing at it. All right. Boring keeps you from overeating because exciting foods make you overeat. That's why I keep it simple and boring. That's a really great tip. Yep. And then Sue wrote, keeping it boring also helps break your empty ties to food. Food is fuel on program. It's not there for your comfort. That's such a great point. You girls, yep. See? This is why I have a tribe. They keep me like in check. All right. So we just knocked out slide 1. And then the last part, point 5, Joel wrote, I want you guys to pick your workout days. He says right now that if you are going through this, he does not care if you do all of your workouts the way that they're designed. He designed them that way for a reason. But if for some reason you miss Monday, he does not want you doubling up on a workout. He does not want you feeling behind. So say, Michelle is on a rest day and it's a workout day for me. That's okay. It's all right. We're not going to all be on the same day, which is another reason I think people would get discouraged in programs before because they're like, okay, well, today was cardio day and I didn't do it, so now I'm doubling up. Don't do it. He does not want us doing that, so we're not going to do that. So going to my workout schedule, he has chest and triceps Monday, back and biceps Tuesday. So Monday, Tuesday. Remember how I told you guys Monday, Tuesday for your fuel, for your food, and those tips that Sue and Michelle just said? If those are going to be your workout days, those are going to be days you want to really focus on your nutrition because that's going to be what's helping you to get through these workouts, in addition to the performance line. So Monday, Tuesday. If you can't start until Tuesday, then you're going to do Tuesday, Wednesday as your 2 days in a row of working out, okay? And then you're going to take that rest day. all right? And then shoulder, legs, rest day, rest day. 4 days a week. You can do this in any order, but don't do, you know, on Thursday, I'm going to do chest or whatever. You can switch it around. But again, the point is you do 2 workouts in a row, rest day, two more rest days after that. He wants this to be, and some people have said, I'm used to working out 6 days a week. I'm really concerned about this, that I'm only working out 4 days a week. He wants you to push and exhaust yourself. Exhaust your muscles. Get through these circuits, and then concentrate on the nutrition to let it heal. And then on those rest days, he wants us to rest. So if you are doing any type of, you know, that's where you're going to agree that you're not going to do any weightlifting and you're not going to do any high interval training. I plan on, if I feel like it, I want to do like low impact, maybe country heat, or going for walks with my kids or running around. So it doesn't mean, you know, rest and completely just check out. It means you are committing to not overtraining yourself, because your muscles are not going to grow if they don't rest and if they don't heal. You are literally stretching all of your muscle fibers out, swelling a little bit, the inflammation that's happening in your body. You're adding the nutrition to go and repair and heal. You're adding the performance line, which is also going to help you repair. And then you're going to take those rest days. So right now, can you guys please commit to that? Okay? Do not double up if you miss a workout plan or a day. Can we all agree on that right now? Please don't post in the group that you are overtraining. All right. Let's see. All right. Go back. What you guys said. All right. Awesome. All right. I know you guys love working out so much. Okay, resistance bands and equipment. We'll fly through this. If you guys are needing to modify, they don't have what's like a modifier. They call it a bandifier. So the resistance band is going to be great if you're traveling, if you are not able to get in front of dumbbells. That's the only piece of equipment that you need for this program is dumbbells. There's no bench. There's no other type of weights. It's just dumbbells. If you're just starting off, he does recommend for females to have a set of weights anywhere from 5 to 20 pounds, but he said you will be going up. So I would say what you have on hand, go ahead and keep that, but know that your weight's going to go up and you are going to want to push yourself. Men, same thing. We have a stack, just a rack here. My husband, we're actually going to have to probably get another set because if Bo and I are working out together, I'm not sharing my weights. So we will have to get a little bit more. Mat and a foam roller. On those rest days, when you guys are super sore, you're going to want a foam roller. So I suggest getting one of those pronto for your rest days. We talked about weight loss versus maintenance. Okay, we talked about the food list. We talked about alcohol. We have not talked about cheat day yet. All right. But we can talk a little bit more about the equipment. Let's see, no double workouts. I told you guys about that. And let's see, I think that's it for that. Your macro counting, basically in a nutshell, this is basic nutrition for you science nerds out there. This is your meal plans is 30% protein, 40% carbs, 30% fat. Pretty average macro counting for that if you are curious or want to plug it in anywhere else. We will have one cheat meal per week. Now, what does that look like? Say it's a rest day and it's a Saturday and you want burger and fries and a drink. Fine, have your burger and fries. But please do not let one cheat meal turn into a cheat weekend, which is what we're going to do. Some people, like Sue said, if you find comfort in junk food and you find the comfort in those types of things, have your meal. But be mindful that you can't let it compound into every single day. One cheat meal is not gonna deter you. I've been on the second round of 80-day obsession. I have not been strict. I've still been about 85%. Every single weekend, I have been cheating with tacos or pizza or tequila. You guys know my tacos and tequila hashtag turned into our thing since Summit. It is not. It hasn't really made an impact on my body, except I will tell you that alcohol stunts your muscle growth. Building lean muscle is harder than weight loss, in my honest opinion. When I started adding alcohol back into my life on the weekends, I did notice that it has been taking, it's not saying that you won't gain muscle, but it's just going to take a little bit longer. If you want long term of building lean muscle, if you're putting in this work every single day and every single week, and then you go and destroy it with alcohol, you know, during the week or on the weekends more so than you're actually stunting your growth on your muscle mass. So think about it, but if you need that, you know, once a week, get it in there, fine. I literally can tell you the people that work out, that I know work out, that follow meal plans, and I know for a fact that they drink. I can tell by the way that they look in their skin. I can tell by their muscle mass. It's one of those things that you have to figure out. Why is it a comfort in your life? Why is energy drinks a comfort in your life? You know, only you know the habits that are getting in your way. So that's where I want you to have an honest talk with yourself and say, what is getting in my way? Or if I do binge, if I do have it, why is it? I'm an emotional eater. Or, you know, if it's for females, if your hormones are shifting at a certain time of the month, we like those things. So this is great where you're not going to deprive yourself. Don't beat yourself up, though, if you're still learning a new habit, you're still learning a new routine. And if you're still trying, you're still learning, okay? So please don't beat yourself up if you're like, oh, I can't do this. Just reach out for help and ask, because there's a lot of people, especially even on this call, who have overcome some really hard things when it comes to food, working out, alcohol, stress, depression, and they have literally mastered this. You know, huge shout out Sue, even on our call, she's lost 100 pounds this past year, coming out of a really hard divorce. And so it's things like that that inspire me, that I know people can give you guys value, they can relate to you, they can help you get through this. If you're cool and you're not a drinker, if you're awesome, you're like, oh, I got that, I don't need that, fine. Let's focus on what is it that you love that you get to look forward to once a week. And a meal. All right, meal planning and prepping. Once you guys take that 15 to 30 minutes for yourself of writing things down, promise me you're going to do it. Who's going to write it down? Even if you've done this before, you're going to write it down, okay? 2 days in a row, the same thing while we're starting this. We'll reassess in 2 weeks with another call, but for right now, I want you guys to push forward. So we're going to plan ahead. I'm going to tell you, Bo and I, we're going to head to the store. I'm going to write my list out. We're going to have our proteins grilled. We're going to look at what the boys want for dinner. My boys get 2 options for breakfast and lunch, and their snacks stay consistent. We do this as a family because it saves us money. Danielle, the point that you said, I buy things and then I don't use them. The number one place where people waste the most money in America is their pantry and their fridges. That is a proven statistic. How much food do you have in your pantry right now that, you know, most people could probably live out of their pantries and their freezers for a good month, because we get bored or we don't have the energy. We don't feel like doing this. We don't have a plan. We're not prepping. That is money that could be in your savings right now. That is money that could be giving you things like supplements or things that you can't afford. We waste so much money in food. So having a strict budget where I only buy what we need for our family for the week, we have saved so much money. I literally now know people are like, well, where do you shop? Where do you go to the stores? I have I go once a week. I'll go to either Wegmans, I'll go to Aldi, I'll go to Walmart. I stay away from like Costco's and things like that because I overspend, and then I have all this stuff and I'm like, well, what am I going to do with this now? You know, so I literally buy what we need. I buy a lot of frozen vegetables in the Target section. Those things are always on clearance because I always want to have vegetables on hand, because if I don't feel like cooking, I can pop it in the microwave. I don't have to worry about it. It's literally like the lazy girl meal prep when I am just not feeling it. And when this is a lifestyle, these are just the tips that have helped me. If you guys have more tips, by all means, add to them. But planning ahead, getting into a routine of going to the store. You guys can, even if you're busy, you can order your groceries at Walmart and pick them up. You can even have people, if you're lazy, like my husband doesn't want to take 3 kids to the store, you can pay somebody to go grocery shopping for you and deliver them to your house. I don't suggest that. That's a lot of money. It's $32 actually, and we will never be doing that service ever again. But there are ways to get around your busy lifestyle. And when you have you know exactly what you need and you're planning, I can't wait to see how much money you guys are going to save. Now, some of you are going to be like, okay, well, this is a little bit an added expense. I want you to think of two. Where can I save money? So you may have to do a little research, look for the sales, look for the things that are going to help you. Fresh vegetables are always better than frozen, but if that's all you can afford, if you have a big family, you can go to Walmart. Michelle and I found at Walmart this huge bag of broccoli. What was that? I could feed like, I don't know, what was it, like 5 or 10 pounds, Michelle? I can't remember. It's like this, literally this big of broccoli for $5. That probably lasted her, I don't know, like a month. Michelle is the queen when it comes to saving money, keeping it boring, because she's giving herself fuel. She'll have that cheat meal once a week, but she's saving money and she's not overeating and wasting food in our country. It's a problem. You go to Europe, they have this tiny little boxes for to keep their food. Why? It just makes sense. They have to go to the farmer's market every week. Same thing that we can be doing. And there's a lot of farmer markets. If you guys are not close to big hub stores, like Danielle said, farmer's market, you can find those. Kroger pickup. Yes. All right, guys. Helpful tools, lunchbox, water bottle, shaker bottle, measuring tape. We talked about that. Okay, self-care on your rest days, massages, Epsom salt baths, water, and sleep. Sleep isn't part of the program as well. If you guys are staying up super late, like I do, try to get into where you're going to say, okay, I'm going to go and get some really good sleep, and I'm not going to overload on caffeine. Give your body rest. All right. Okay, let's talk about a workout time. Woohoo! All right, so workout 4 times a week. I'm going to have to figure out if I want it. My goal is to have at least 1 workout a week with my husband, and then the other 3 workouts, I'm going to do a group Zoom just like this. So 80-day obsession, we woke up super early. The workouts were a little bit longer, and we worked out together. If that is something that interests you, please let us know, because we will set up times. We'll do a poll depending on your time zone, and we'll do those group Zooms together. Or maybe if we can't do every day, we could schedule a group Zoom workout once a week, because it does make a lot of fun. I have a really awesome playlist, and you guys that have worked out with me, you know how much fun those calls are, just staying accountable to each other. Non-negotiable, if you have a calendar, if you work overnights, you're going to plan your lifestyle around your work routine. So plug in right now. We talked a lot about the meal plan nutrition. I spent a lot of time there because I feel it's really important. But 4 days a week, 30 to 40 minutes, when are you going to push play and go hard? When are you going to get that energized in 30 minutes before your workout and go full throttle? Also, one more side note about the energize. If you guys look, depending on which bracket you're in, it does suggest, like Bo and Joe, Joseph, they'll probably have to take 2 scoops of Energize. 2 scoops of Energize, I wouldn't sleep for 2 days, but I'm very sensitive to caffeine. So make sure you're looking at that as well. That is what's going to help you to push through your workouts, keep you in the zone, keep you going. It does help. It's got the, it's just try it out. It's the unicorn juice is what we call it. And same thing with the hydrate, recover, recharge. That's just once a day. Recharge is at night. For those of you who are taking it before bed, doesn't matter. The performance line does not count of any containers. It's extra, okay? Yes, it's protein. Yes, it's glutamine. Yes, it's BCAAs. Yes, it has those properties in it, but they do not count as far as your containers. They do not. All right. Staying accountable. So here's the deal, guys. Starting on Monday, checking into the group is going to be your biggest asset when it comes to getting on Facebook. If you get on Facebook, how many of you get on Facebook at least once a day? Be honest. Okay. 50 times, yep. How many of you who have done previous challenge groups, or you're actually coaches, how many of you that just say you log on to Facebook at least once a day, how many of you do not log your workouts or check in your groups? What? All right, so here's the deal with checking in. When you check in, I want to know, I'm learning from you guys. I want to know what you've learned. I want to know what you're finding. I want to know how you're feeling. I want to know, what is exciting you. I want to know about your progress. I want to know about all of those different things. So when you check in, please don't check in with, hey, I worked out. Great. I want to know what about that workout helped you, or what about the day of getting all of your ounces of water in? How is that helping you? How do you feel? If you're low on energy, if you found a new recipe with your Shakeology, those are the things that I want to know. I really want you guys to take some time, because this is going to be your public blogging for yourself of, hey, today was a really hard day, but I overcome my mindset and I push play. I just want to let you guys know, if you can relate, or if you understand how I'm feeling, that we're going to do this together. Make your own hashtags. Make it fun. This is your group to do those things. This is what is going to help you reach your full potential. When I started for those 2 years of taking those first 90 pounds off, I shared on Facebook every step of the way. Public accountability is one of the #1 routes to success. I don't know what it is about just being able to share what's working for us or what's not working for us, but it's positive, it's uplifting, and if people are starting to notice that, and they're starting to get, oh my gosh, she's really committing to herself. I follow a girl on Instagram. We both started around January of 2016. This girl has lost 100 pounds, and I have watched her every step of the way through her Instagram stories. I've watched her struggle. I've watched her eyes go from just depression to just excitement. I am like her biggest cheerleader, and she's not even a coach. She goes to the gym. It's just exciting to watch people take control of their life. So please check in. Make sure that you're sharing. Sharing is definitely caring, paying it forward. If it works for you, it's going to work for other people. The part that people get stuck is if they are checking in these groups and they start to get into the comparison game, or if they're starting to find that it's a chore and it's not fun to them. That's where I notice people are not coming into the groups and interacting and engaging. But first challenge for you guys, and I will put a post in the group today. If you log your Shakeology for 30 days, I'm going to send you a customized shaker cup with your name on it, okay? That's your first freebie of staying accountable. Every single day, you guys can get your Shakeology in right here, right now. It's the easiest meal of the day. Checking in, even with that, we'll get that. The next one, you guys, whoever's on this was on this call, I wrote down the names when we first got started. Let's see, and making sure I don't miss anybody, I'll put out a post in the group. Again, I'm going to do a poll, and I'm going to send you guys a hydrate for hopping on this call with us today. I think that is your before and after pictures. When you guys, if you take a before and after of this program, they will send you a free t-shirt, and you'll be entered in the Beachbody Challenge. We watched 2 people receive $100,000 recently at Summit, and they are constantly giving out money for the daily winner, anywhere from $500 to $1,000, $2,000. They have quarterly drawings. You guys, that could be you. I know it's crazy to think, but that could be you, especially if you have a powerful story. So get into loving yourself. Get into being comfortable sharing a really uncomfortable, vulnerable thing, which comes to our health. It's a very sensitive topic. Why? Because 80% of the population is suffering, and they haven't found their routine. They haven't found the consistency, and you guys are being the leaders of that ship. So please be mindful of that, because somebody out there really does need your story. You just don't even know. All right, real quick, any questions that you guys, I think we covered everything on this call. Get that. If you guys have any questions, was this helpful? Give me some feedback, please. Very helpful. Awesome. Thanks, Danielle, for getting on. Have you down for this. Jess, hi, girl. Always helpful to have a check-in. Nisha, I love you, girl. Thanks, girl. You are the bomb. I can't wait to see you guys. Thanks, Joseph. Yes, please let me know what you guys think. Again, this was basic information. There's going to be more content coming to you also in the group to make sure. So you remember how I asked you guys if you get on Facebook to check in? The units are going to be set up with the content. Between Bianca and I, we're going to really monitor that. So if you don't want to scroll through the discussion board, if you're like, you know, that's too overwhelming, too much, but you want to get some information, we are pulling directly from a lot of the leadership groups who have been part of the original test group. We're going to be giving you guys content. So if you have struggles of your own, or if you know somebody who's struggling, we can actually go in, find that topic, and we can put it in the units for the group. Because if you're thinking it, somebody else is thinking it. I'll do Zoom workouts. Yes. All right. Zoom workouts are a must. I will put that down, ladies. As long as you guys are okay with my amazing playlist. Otherwise, you can mute me. Anyone else? Nope. All right, guys. Well, I hope you have an amazing Saturday. And how many of you are going to get started right away? How many of you are already have your checklist of your before and after pictures, your measurements? You guys have that yet? You do? That's awesome. Make sure you do those this weekend. Do not delay. I literally ate a lot of pizza last night. I'm really excited to take my pictures today. And Courtney, hey! Okay, pictures tomorrow. Tomorrow, working on it. I started since Monday. Yes, so we had that whole prep week. I'm a little behind. Couldn't tell. But yep, me too. Also, if you're going on vacation, we're heading on vacation. We'll be on vacation the second week of this challenge. I'm going to be coming to you guys how I'm overcoming that through vacation as well. Remember, the only thing that you need for this program is dumbbells or a resistance band, no other fancy equipment. How many of you guys have a set of light, medium, and heavy weights right now? So ranging anywhere from like 5 to 20 pounds. You guys have that? If you need help, if that's like, oh my gosh, that's a huge investment for me, you guys can go to Craigslist. You can go, I don't know if you have Play It Again Sports where you live, but there are places that you can go and get used weights on sale. So as we go up in weights, if you guys are looking to save money, you guys know that's a big hobby of mine is just saving, is you guys can get those weights. Or you can even do a Facebook post and ask somebody if they have some weights that are just sitting in their basement that you could have access to, is another helpful tip. Okay. All right. List today and prep picks tomorrow. All right, guys, let's do this. I'm pumped. I'm excited. I can't wait to go through another program with you. Again, remember this program is an exclusive launch, so not a whole lot of people are doing it. So you go through this, you commit to 8 weeks, you learn how to, I don't want fitness and nutrition to be your life. I want you to enjoy your life. Again, Lift for Life is the mantra theme through the summer. And if you find that balance and this is helping you and you're just excited and you're pumped, be sure, be on the outlook, because somebody else is going to be like, oh my gosh, you only did four workouts a week and you're eating this amount of food and you're losing weight, you look great, your skin is glowing, your hair looks great. People take notice of the positive, and it takes 4 weeks for you to start kind of noticing some changes. Around 8 to 12 weeks is when other people are going to notice. So I'm excited. All right, guys, thank you so much again for your time. I truly appreciate it. I hope you have an amazing weekend. And if you have questions or concerns or something still isn't making sense, again, be sure to check in with the group, because that is where we are going to be able to help and support you. So thank you guys for hopping on. I really appreciate it. Have a great day.